Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to Soul Manna Conversations. Today, we're going to continue on our discussion that was started a week and a half ago on the empath's journey, okay? So, as we know, an empath is someone that has heightened sense, right? Sense to absorb, to feel the emotions and energy of others, and oftentimes can confuse the third party's energy with their own, right? So they take on the energy, right? They take on those emotions, those feelings. So this is why establishing firm, consistent boundaries are very important. This may feel uncomfortable at first, establishing boundaries with individuals when you're oftentimes wanting to be of service, wanting to help, wanting to support, right? You may not want to come across as, being self absorbed, or you may not want to make someone angry or upset. Um, you may want, you may not want to cause disconnect in relationships, whether that's familial or peer relationships, social relationships. But as you've established boundaries, you will see that these boundaries are actually a form of self care, a form of self love, a form of self respect. Because if you are constantly giving, and someone is constantly taking or misconstruing your giving nature, like people think like overly kind people are like stupid or less smart, less intelligent, then you're doing yourself a disservice. So once you're able to step back and establish those boundaries as a form of self love and self respect, you will learn to differentiate who was actually genuine and who was disingenuous, right? And then you will start to cultivate relationships that are reciprocal, relationships where you give, the other person gives. You give, the other person gives. So you are never depleted. There's an even flow between parties, right? There's not an instance where one person is just taking everything and one person is just giving everything and feeling depleted or drained. So once you start to establish boundaries, and not only establish them, I didn't mention, remain consistent with them, you will also notice that you start to attract even more individuals that are very I centered, individuals that are always about themselves, individuals who may say that are unhealed, they lack like self awareness, they don't have a close connection to the Most High God, right? So, as you evolve on your empath journey and you start to establish boundaries, you start to pour back into yourself and to connect with others that pour back into you, you will also see that individuals who are not quite there yet, right, are often attracted to you because they're attracted to your giving, empathic energy. So this is where it may get a little like, why is this happening? I am evolving, I'm changing. I would think that I would not attract, people like this, people who I dealt with in the past, like similar energy. But that's not true because when people are thirsty, right, they want to go to where there's water, right? Where people are hungry, they want to go to where there's food and there's nourishment. So those that are hungry for nurturing, for love, for energy will be attracted to you. But again, this is where you have to establish clear, consistent boundaries. You have to be able to say, no, I can't help you, or no, I'm not going to do this, or no, I'm not going to take you here, or no. And no is a sentence, right? So when you start to do this more and more and more, you will become more confident in your ability to establish boundaries and your ability to say no, and into your ability to know that Caring doesn't mean carrying someone, right? Loving someone does not mean self sacrifice, right? So once you are able to differentiate those behaviors, that's just a few, then you will then not only attract those who are unhealed, who need your help, who need your support, you will attract like minded people that are on your same vibration, who are on a healing journey, who have learned, who have evolved, so that you can pour into each other. So, a little short video for today. I know I missed last week, but there are a lot of shifts and changes coming that I cannot wait to share with you guys come February. I just did not want another week to go by without posting a little something. So thank you guys so much for being on this journey with me. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking my videos, and I do very much appreciate you. Until next time.